In Beyblade X, there is one bay that has a reputation of being good while also being expensive. What I like to call the pay-to-win Beyblade. And now, I have the affordable version of this bay, which is... Boom! Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be unboxing Pegasus Blast. So here is the front of the box, and as you can see, it has Pegasus Blast, obviously. And at the back, you can see some stats and some random stuff that you probably don't care about, as well as the owner of this bay, which is Omega Shiraboshi. So let's finally open this thing. So this is just a random piece of paper we don't care about, so go away. And let's open this thing, shall we? Okay, so here's the inside of the box, which is another box. Yippee! But before we open this, we should deal with this first. And obviously, since this is a box that I want to keep, I am not gonna throw it away. Instead, I'm gonna call my very special friend. This, my friends, is the bank box folder. It has all of my banky boxes that I can use whenever they need boxes for tournaments. So I have here Pegasus Blast, so let's just fold it in like this. And boom, it's folded. Now we just put it in my box. We have here the whole launcher sets, the string launcher sets, the other string launcher sets, and the starters. And this is technically a starter, so let's just put it here with another sick transition. Done. Now just put it away and say goodbye to our friend. Goodbye, the box. Goodbye, the bank box folder. Yeet. So after that banky box shenanigan, let's actually open the real box. Cue the Ryan Tory World music. So we have here the stuff, so let's just rip it over. Bruh. Never mind. And this paper we don't care about. Okay. And let's grab everything with the flick of a scissor. Why is it not flicking? Okay. And now we don't need this anymore, so throw it away. So this is, of course, the skill up guide that talks about a recommended combo by TT and a launch technique, but we won't be needing this, so let's just throw it away like any other. Ooh. And we have here our launcher. So let's first open this up. And boom! Very nice. I like the teal color and the white launcher hooks. Pretty good. And we have here our long white ripcord. So let's just open this up. And put it together, and you have yourself a sleek looking launcher. This is fire. And since this is pretty good, I am not throwing it away. I'm just gonna gently put it away. So now let's open the parts of Pegasus Blast. But first, let's open this up using a very well trusted scissor. And here we go. So this is a CX lock chip remover. So if you didn't know, back then, before Pegasus Blast was released, the way I like to remove CX lock chips was the use of a bit. So all you had to do was really just shove it in here, and then twist it around, and then boom, it falls off. And then if you want to put it back up, just put your parts again. Grab your bit, and then twist it. And boom, safe and secure. But now, with the use of the CX lock chip remover, all you really have to do is, well, the same thing. Just twist it, and it falls right off. And if you want to redo it again, or at least, if you want to redo it again, all you had to do was just twist it again, and boom, it's locked. So to test this, we're going to be opening the Pegasus Blast blade. Even though we just tested it with Drawn Brave, we're going to test it again with Pegasus Blast to see what all the parts are. So with the help of a trusted scissor again, and sheesh!
Wow!
Look at that color. Dang. Pretty nice, I see. So let's use the CX lock chip remover. So all we have to do is just twist it and pops right off. So here are all the parts. We have the lock chips, we have the main blades, and we have the assist blades. So now let's talk about them one by one. So this is the Pegasus Blast lock chip. It has a teal transparent color compared to Drawn Brave solid white. Obviously, Pegasus Blast is an evolution to Aero Pegasus. Now this lock chip is special because it references the Metal Fight logo. I talked about this in my Bay news if you want to check it out. It's over here. I don't know if I'm pointing it right, but yeah, I talked about it. So here's the comparison of my two CX bays, or the CX lock chips. So here's Drawn Brave and here's Pegasus Blast. Alright, moving on. Now this is the Blast main blade, and obviously since this is a Pegasus evolution, the main gimmick of the Pegasus line is having a metal coat throughout the blade. And just like Aero Pegasus, it looks absolutely beautiful. It can make a grown man cry, or even shed a fart, I have no idea. But look at this. It's beautiful! It's peak! Now anyways, if we compare Pegasus Blast to the Drawn Brave main blade, you can see that there's some differences, but there's also some similarities. First of all, both blades have 3 main points of contact, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. But both blades have some differences. First of all, Pegasus Blast has a ring full of metal, and the metal is also metal coated, so that means it's kind of heavier, and also it can do more consistent hits because it has a ring full of metal. However, the Drawn Brave, although has more metal than Pegasus Blast, it has plastic contact points that kind of interrupt the metal contact points from doing more consistent hits. So in summary, Pegasus Blast main blade is just better than Drawn Brave main blade. Sadly. I'll miss you forever. That sounds so weird, what the freak. So now let's move on to the assist blades. First off, we have is Assault. Now Assault is an attack type assist blade that has 3 main points of contact and also matches well with the Pegasus Blast assist blade, as you can see right here. However, Assault isn't your typical attack type assist blade because if we compare it to Slash, it's actually much shorter. Although you can't see it right now, I'll put up a photo on the screen. See that? You can see that it's kind of taller than Slash. Now this is because Assault is actually the same height of Bumper, Round, and Turn, and Slash is the same height of Jaggy, because the way you can see height differences in assist blades is by the look of these 2 prongs. So 1, 2, which means this is a low height assist blade. An Assault, however, has 1, 2, 3, so this is a tall height assist blade. So now, let's put these parts together using the CX lock chip. So, let's just put the main blade and put the assist blade. And then let's put our lock chip in. And then let's use our CX lock chip. And then twist it around. And boom, we have our beautiful Pegasus Blast Assault blade. Now let's get our weight. So here is our weighting scale, so let's compare Drawn Brave first, and weighs about 38 grams. Pretty casual for an attack type, especially for a CX attack type. Now let's put Pegasus Blast here, and 40 grams. That is pretty heavy. I've seen photos of Pegasus Blast weighing about 39, about 40 grams. Holy. But now let's compare it to my heavier base, such as Scorpius Spear, 40 grams as well, and of course our Impact Drake, which is 39 grams. So these 3 are my most heaviest blades. These 3 combined. Now this is our Ratchet and Bit hybrid known as Turbo. Now if you've been a fan of Beyblade since the Metal Fight generation or the Beyblade Burst generation, then you would know that this Ratchet and Bit hybrid is kind of like Reboot from the Beyblade Burst generation. I would have found an example of turbo in the metal fight generation, but I just couldn't find it, so I'm just using the burst generation for now. How this ratchet and bit hybrid works is basically when you do a hard launch, these little flaps, wings, levers, whatever they're called, they will pop out and they will reveal a little needle-like tip over here. However, as soon as you lose stamina or if you do a soft launch, they will retract and reveal a more aggressive side of the bit, so kind of like this, which will obviously make it more aggressive. So here is Pegasus Blast. It looks really good, and the way we're going to test it is it will go up against my deck up to 7 points, and it doesn't really matter who wins or who loses. We're just going to see if Pegasus Blast is really capable of beating the meta. So first it will go up against my stamina type Golem Rock on 960 ball. So first let's do a launch test with Pegasus Blast. Let's do a hard launch. Look at that, it stays in the center because of that needle palm kind of popping out. And then when it loses stamina, it will retract and will go really aggressive. So, just wait and see. Now let's do a soft launch with Pegasus Blast, see if that thing pops out and go aggressive. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. As you can see, because that needle palm didn't pop out, he goes really aggressive that time. So now let's test it with Golem Rock on 960 ball. Now if you're wondering what Golem Rock 960 ball is, it is basically a stamina and defense hybrid. Basically it stays in the middle having lots of stamina, and the recoil of Golem Rock helps it avoid and defend itself from hard hitting attacks. So we're testing if Pegasus Blast can outdo Golem Rock's recoil by hitting it really hard, and if it doesn't, well, it will probably just topple and lose lots of stamina. Well, after testing the stock combo for Pegasus Blast against my Golem Rock, it did pretty good. It was mostly the height and stamina that caused Pegasus Blast to be a little bad, but all in all, it's able to do pretty good and consistent hard hits throughout the battle. And Turbo came in clutch with some of these battles, holy. As soon as Pegasus Blast lost stamina, it quickly got up and started demolishing Golem Rock with these KOs. But the real question is Pegasus Blast good against attack types? So let's use my attack type, Scorpio Spear 760 level, and see if Pegasus Blast can do any good. So now, let's test Pegasus Blast against Scorpio Spear. I like it crazy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now this specific Scorpio Spear combo is focused on destabilization. Because of how heavy and tall Scorpio Spear is, it's basically a moving wrecking ball. As long as it hits its opponent consistently, then it's able to destabilize them thanks to its hard and heavy hits. Not to mention, this combo is really tanky and has a lot of stamina to outlast its opponent, so we're testing if Pegasus Blast can outdo that. Now even if that section was really short, you can clearly see what Pegasus Blast's main weakness is. And that is, of course, its lack of stamina. Now it could be just because I launched Pegasus first, but even if I didn't, it still kind of loses a lot of stamina really fast. And it was also kind of hard to hit Scorpio Spear back because, well, it's a moving opponent, unlike Golem Rock, which is a little bit stationary. So against attack types, it's kind of a 50-50, but in this case, it's more like an 80 out of 20, with the 20% being Pegasus Blast. But let's see if it can redeem itself against my other attack type, or I guess balance type, TakaraTomy 770 Zap. And now let's test Pegasus Blast against TakaraTomy 770 Zap. Now this specific TakaraTomy combo doesn't really need much of an explanation. Its sole purpose is just to hit really hard. But at the cost of that, it has low amounts of stamina, so we're testing if Pegasus Blast can outspin it, or if it can out-attack it.
Oh, baby, it's triple!
Well, that's pretty much it. I think it's because I launched Pegasus Blast first, but because of that, it lost most of its battles. Actually, not most of it, all of it. It could also be TakaraTomy's aggressiveness that caused Pegasus Blast to lose a lot of stamina. Maybe that's it, but I think it's because I launched it first. So against aggressive, balance, / attack types, Pegasus Blast stock combo has a chance, but again, they're just too aggressive and Pegasus Blast just way too tall, so it kind of loses a lot of stamina and falls down pretty quickly. Well, what if you use a competitive combo for Pegasus Blast? Well, as you guys saw, Pegasus Blast kind of struggled against my deck. So, in order to fulfill its wish of being a good competitive bay, we are going to use a good combo, which is Pegasus Blast / 760 Low Rush, and we're going it, and we're competing it against Golem Rock 960 Ball. Okay, to spare you guys some time, here's a basic summary of what happened during the session. Yeah, that was the only good clips I could find. The rest of the clips were just stamina losses, as per usual. Well, my final thoughts, it's a good bay, it's a really decent bay, and I think you should consider buying it. I know, it's a CX bay, and CX bays have a reputation of being kind of bad, kind of inconsistent, kind of meh. But as you guys know, this is the only CX bay that is considered to be meta. And maybe with the right parts, you can make Pegasus Blast consistent. And those are my thoughts for Pegasus Blast. It's a good bay, and really I just have to experiment, see what I like, and see what does good. So, that's the end of our unboxing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that's all. Bye-bye! Phew! I finally released this video after how many months? 1 month, I think. And no, I didn't record it at July. I recorded it at September, but randomly released it in October or November. I don't know when I'm releasing it, but it's probably those between months. But yeah, hope you guys like my in-depth analysis and unboxing of Pegasus Blast. Even though you guys already know how good it is in the competitive scene. Well, yeah, but anyway, there'll be more original uploads soon. Maybe brand new series, brand new combo analysis, brand new Bay news. Probably Bay news. I mean, that's the only thing I've done consistent uploads of. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That's all the time I have for today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.